With a historic turnout expected in this election, the democratic process is being put to the test around the United States. With tomorrow being the final day Americans can exercise their right to vote, many will also be working to ensure they're able to. In places like Jasper County, it's a great reminder that democracy takes a village. Call it democracy in training. Around the country, county clerks like Charlie Davis hold training sessions for volunteers ahead of each election to go over the regulations and responsibilities of being a poll worker.
I don't think a lot of people understand exactly what poll workers do, because a lot of times when you come up to vote, you walk in, you see them for 5 minutes and you walk out. You don't realize they've been there since 5 a.m., that they're going to be there till almost 8 p.m., that they're constantly doing something all day, and not just with the voting process, but trying to take care of you and keeping things safe. So I think it's good for people to realize that it is a 5 a.m. to almost 8 p.m. job, and that we need to appreciate the poll workers.
Which is why for the last 3 years on Election Day, Daniel Osborne signed up to be a poll worker.
I think being a teacher, I want to show my students how important it is to vote, and that even though I'm in the classroom all day, that it's also good to go outside of that comfort zone and do something that's going to help the community.
With a historically higher turnout for presidential elections, plus the obstacle of the pandemic, he knew he'd need more hands on deck. And Americans have stepped up.
I did a PSA a couple months ago, and we had a very large turnout. As a matter of fact, there was a time that we were worried that we were going to have enough poll workers for this election. Well, not only do we have enough poll workers, we have about 100 that we can call from. 50 we're using, and that gives us about another 50 that we're going to be able to call up if we need to.
That push for more Americans to work the polls caught the attention of Jasper County residents like Tracy Cope.
I listen to a lot of podcasts all day long while I work, and one of the biggest suggestions that they had was to sign up to be a poll worker to make sure our election goes smoothly this year. It's very important.
Which is why she's helping on Tuesday as well.
It's going to be a long, hard day, but it's worth it.
The community has absolutely stepped up to the plate. Regardless of party affiliation, everybody all across the broad spectrum has decided that they want to participate in helping the election in any way they can.
In America, Jesse Irwin, KOAM. Well, if you have any questions about the election, no need to sit there and wonder about the answer. We have them for you, and a lot more information on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. And don't forget to thank your poll workers. Michael, it's that easy. And you know, growing up, my dad and I, whenever we'd go to the polls, he always brought them bagels and cream cheese. Every morning. When he'd go to vote, he'd go vote in the morning, bring a bag of bagels. They're there. It is a long day.
They're not there to talk politics. They're there to help.
Actually, the Jasper County Clerk, Charlie Davis, said, you know, the best part about working the polls is that it is illegal to talk politics. Right. So why not want to be there?
Yeah.
Right?
And like Jesse said, just give them a big thank you. They're a huge part of our democratic process. And I love what that teacher's doing as well. I thought that was magnificent. All right, Jesse, let's